What's up, everybody? My name is Andrew. I'm an IT security consultant, and I'm going to bore most of you to tears by talking about authentication for the next 7 minutes. Now, I expect most folks here have used an ATM at some point, right? You guys understand that if you want money, you need to have two things with you, right? You got to have a PIN and a card. Now, the PIN is something that you know, and the card is something that you have. That makes it multi-factor authentication. Now, multi-factor authentication is pretty good at making sure that the right person gets access to a secured resource. So, a lot of companies are interested in using multi-factor in order to secure their data as well. Now, the multi-factor authentication market is projected to reach, these stairs are dangerous. Has anybody told you that? Multi-factor authentication market is projected to reach $5.5 billion by 2017 and over $10 billion a year by 2020. The reason for that is that more and more companies are learning firsthand how painful and expensive it is when they lose control of their data because their passwords are not adequate. So the question starts to come up, if passwords aren't very good and if multi-factor is awesome, then why aren't we using this everywhere, dude? The answer is relatively straightforward. Current multi-factor authentication solutions all have a drawback. They might be limited in scope, they might be expensive to implement, difficult to manage, but mostly they're just inconvenient to use. So we have something that we would like to show you guys. Looks like my computer's going to sleep. So, TransAuth is a multi-factor authentication and identification solution that uses a single wireless device in order to secure all your data and all your accounts. And I'm excited to show you guys how it works, if in fact it works while I'm standing here. So you guys can see that right now I'm not able to log in. Why is that? It's not because I'm a terrible presenter, it's because we are running our authentication agent on this workstation, and this agent is looking for this phone. The problem is I have the Bluetooth turned off so you can see what happens. Now I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth and we're going to go back to the login screen, and I'm not going to change anything. It's the same user, it's the same password. The only difference is that this time the agent is going to be able to see this phone, and God willing, it will log in, right? You guys have all had this moment, I hope. Yes! That's technology. All right, so that's all I had to do to secure my workstation with two-factor, right? I just turn my phone on or have it with me. The bad guys can't get in. It's awesome. Now, securing your workstation is important in any security paradigm, but securing your remote data is more important, right? That's the lifeblood of any organization, whether it's medical records or intellectual property or financial information, or maybe it's just user data. It's stored somewhere and it's generally hidden behind applications or remote access or websites. Now, anybody that's using multi-factor already is probably using one-time passcodes. These are super secure because they're randomly generated passwords that change every time you use them. Now, if you use them already, you know what this is like, right? You go to a website, you enter in your username. You remember your PIN, you type in your PIN. You find your fob, you pull it out, you read the digits, you type in the digits, you hit enter, and that's all it takes. Now, super secure, but kind of annoying if you have to do it more than once every week. Now, with TransAuth, all you have to do is have your phone with you. If you have your phone with you, the agent can detect its presence, and all you got to do is double-click. The passcode is copied to your clipboard, you paste it in, and that's all it takes. Wait for it. Bam. That's multi-factor. That's multi-factor authentication for your applications, for your workstations, pretty much all your data at this point. We got your local data covered, your remote data covered, service providers, and everybody else can use this. Now that's all well and good. That's good stuff, but it's not the thing I'm most excited to show you guys. As you can see, Monty Burns here, that's who this phone belongs to, by the way. Monty Burns has created an account with our Identitooth master server. Now, what does this do, you ask? Well, after Monty Burns creates his account, we've configured him to trigger a light alarm and a sound alarm every time he is detected by one of our remote access points. Now, you can put remote access points anywhere that you want to. I happen to have one sitting over here on the side of the stage. Now, if anybody's familiar with RFID cards, the kind that you use, oh, look at Mr. Blinky's here. If you use RFID cards to secure your buildings, you know how it works, right? You wave your badge at the reader beeps, the door unlocks, and in you go. Wouldn't it be better if you could just use your phone to do all that? If you could use the same thing that secures your computer and your applications and everything else could just get you into your building, that'd be pretty sweet. Now, hopefully you guys are starting to kind of pick up what I'm putting down here. The idea is that we can use a single device that you almost certainly already have and you might be texting on currently. If it's a Windows phone, maybe not. But Sorry, dude, wherever you are. So, point being, you can use a single device that you already have to secure all of your data, all of your local data, your computer, your accounts, your websites, your remote applications, even your buildings. Now, the cool thing is, it doesn't just have to be for security, right? You could also use this to replace membership cards, loyalty cards. You could use it to turn on lights, unlock doors, anything that you want. Now, this is the solution that we're growing here in Minnesota right now. Now, I think we're getting short on time, so I'm going to start to wrap up. Before I go, I do want to just say thanks to Ministar for putting together an awesome program, and all you guys for coming out and supporting Minnesota technology. This is an amazing community, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. TransAuth is working on some other really cool stuff that I don't have time to fit into 7 minutes. So if you guys are interested in hearing more, swing by transauth.com. Find me walking around glad-handing after the presentation. Otherwise, until we get a chance to talk again, be safe, be solid, stay secure.